Right, from the movies to podcasts. Here we go. Funny how times have changed. You guys ready?
We're ready.
This is a big one.
Is this sponsored?
I should put that down, yeah. Brought to you by Big Go. Our first big sponsor.
Well, I'm just saying.
Quick
there's
trip
an
if you're out
opportunity
there, right?
I'm not
Yeah, right.
joking about the popcorn bucket. We can add props here.
Here we go. All right. Welcome back. We are live in historic downtown Albertville, smoky downtown Albertville.
It's been insane.
Right?
I don't know. Do you prefer the mind-bending heat, or do you prefer the eye-burning, throat-scratching smoke? Because that's the summer.
That's kind of been our summer, or stormy. Like
Or
there's really
stormy.
been like not like yeah. It's the beautiful days that we've had has always been smoky. But my daughter has asthma, so we can't be outside when it's like this.
I know,
so
it's terrible.
I'll take the heat and up to the water in my eyeballs. So,
All right.
Yeah.
Right.
As you can see, we've upgraded from Nick. Nick Schultz is not with us today. Happy What's the Scoop ice cream day over at the bank. We are recording today, Thursday, July 31st, and joining us, so we've got Sam Pfeiffer down on the end, the hostess with the mostest. I am your humble host and founder, producer, North Wright County Today, former ink stained wretch, Mike Schomer. And in the middle, we are finally joined by Shelly from the St. Michael's Cinema. Welcome, Shelly. How you doing?
So good, so good. I'm so
Good.
excited to be here.
Yeah, this is awesome. So literally, I was telling off camera, we were talking a little bit about, the podcast and its history, and the theater has just kind of been a talking point almost every pod. It kind of comes up with all the things that are shaken down there. So we're happy you can break away and join us, and we can talk a little bit about the 10th anniversary
Yeah, can you
of the
believe
rebirth
it?
of the St. Michael's Cinema. That's pretty awesome.
That's absolutely crazy. Yeah.
And it kind of started with the buckets last Black Friday. You guys had the anniversary bucket, and it's just been rolling all year long. How's it going?
It's been going really, really good. We've been so excited to just celebrate the fact that we made it through 10 years.
Right.
Originally it was we're taking over a theater that didn't make it, and so
Right.
first it was, are we going to make it, and what is does the community want it?
Right.
And very quickly, it was clearly not the community that didn't want it. So, and then we got to COVID, and are we going to survive COVID? And that was very sketchy. And, we made it through. And so now hitting this 10-year anniversary has been, there's so much to celebrate and so much enjoyment. And we did launch with the buckets. It was so fun to putting all the pictures on the buckets this year, featuring all of our guests and making it personal, and that's kind of who we want to be. We've always wanted to be the community theater. We're not a chain. We're just this local community theater who's made it for 10 years, and we're going to make it for lots more years. So
Awesome. So this summer, things kind of came full circle with a new Jurassic Park movie. Just
Right.
kind of tell us a little bit about how you guys opened in July of 2015 with Jurassic World, I believe.
Jurassic
it was
World,
Chris
yeah.
Pratt.
It was actually June of 15. We had to
June.
artificially anniversary this to make it line up, but it was only by a couple weeks, so it worked.
Well, you fooled me,
Yeah.
so it must work.
Yeah, so it was mid-June of 2015, and the doors opened to Jurassic World, and it was actually not our best performance. And so there's going to be people that are like, yeah, was that, or we heard about that. The projector went down, and it was delayed, started for, I think it was 35 minutes, and then it started showing, and it was fine. And we were fantastic after that, but it's funny that was the initial launch of Jurassic World was a quick failure and then a quick recovery. And then now here we are with Jurassic Rebirth. And I think that really actually exemplifies the last 10 years. You know, we've had some, oh no, what are we going to do? And hey, we're going to recover and we're going to rebirth and we're going to come into something new. And so look for more of that. I think that's going to be the trend as we continue to go forward.
Yeah. So go ahead, Sam. You got anything?
No.
I know.
I'm listening.
For families, it's been a huge thing to just have it in our backyard again. I mean, I remember, you know, kind of loading up the family truckster and seeing some of the Pixar movies and stuff. Worship. What's kind of been the feeling? You know, what you guys have always been family oriented. How have you kind of kept that top of mind and really geared it towards, you know, your number one source is going to be St. Michael Albertville families?
I think that's always going to be the case. I think that first and foremost, we are so mindful of prices and raising prices to go with the economy. Everybody has felt the hit, and we've been struggling to raise prices to make it where it makes sense for us, and at the same time, we want families to come always. So pricing has been a big issue for us. We're still the cheapest in town as far as tickets go and concessions. We've got the one competitor, imagine, on both sides of us. And, you know, they offer a different experience. We offer a big, fun atmosphere where you walk in and you're at a destination immediately. You're not just in a hallway, a theater, you know. So we offer that. We offer a lot of kids programs. We're doing the $1 kids movies.
The best.
All summer.
Absolutely. Right?
We will
Families
always
love
do
that.
those.
Yeah.
We see families. We see a lot of nannies with their kids. It's a perfect
We've actually been
nanny
a sponsor
day.
of that.
Yeah, you have actually. And same with the Easter hunt, or it's not the hunt anymore. We tried that the first year, doing a hunt, and that was a nightmare. So we turned it into the Easter trail and the Halloween trail.
Yeah.
And that's so fun. We're able to reach out and work with lots of different local businesses who sponsor by showing up and just bringing the candy, having fun. If it's Halloween, the sponsors will also maybe, you know, decorate or come like costume. And those are the free events that we do, focused on families, focused on community. You end both those trails with a free movie, and those are just fun events. And that started off with, you know, what can we do? And that was 2016, let's do this Easter egg hunt. And if we got 150 kids, I was going to be so excited. And, you know, I think I had 1,000 eggs, and thinking it was going to be, you know, wonderful for these 100 kids. And 1,200 kids showed up that year.
The line is out the door around the block.
Around
It's
the
insane.
building, and just like, you know, we were out of eggs within 10 and a half seconds or something. And it was a great problem to have, looking back on it. But that's what sparked it, that this community is going to be here. They're here to support you. They're here to you know, be part of all of it. So I think what we're looking to do is just keep growing with that, you know, build our programs so that they are family focused, and build other programming so that different parts of the day we can, you know, be part of the adult crowds, be part of the, you know, so because we're open so many days and so often, we can definitely, you know, hit all the markets.
And you do have the diverse offerings with, you know, your partners in the music room and the outdoor venue too, which, you know, offers us adults a nice escape and things like that. But upstairs, the trivia has become a huge hit.
That has become
and the poker nights. I've been there several nights for trivia. That's a great time, man. I mean, a totally underrated kind of hidden gem.
I'm not even
kind
sure
of
that
thing.
everyone even knows about it. You know, it's free to play. So it's every Tuesday, it's 6:30, I believe it starts.
Yep.
And yeah, the bar is full. Shelby's working the bar usually on Tuesdays.
Shelby's a rock star.
She is just going.
My hubby loves her.
Out, right? She's, which this is probably a great time to kind of. Shelby, I've been working with Shelby. You know, she used to be the bartender at the Corner Bar. So
one of the last.
One of the last. Just a little hint to watch our page, and maybe a little throw out to the Corner Bar, or perhaps the other Corner Bar.
Nice. So
that'll
this
be coming
could be
out
another
in the next 2 or 3 days. That'll be coming out on our page.
Okay,
so,
sweet.
yeah.
This is cool. We keep breaking news here. We broke the Westbridge expansion news with Jeremiah, and now we got an ode to the Corner Bar possibly coming.
Possibly.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorite things is you guys kind of encapsulate the community. I think the bucket thing is just, talk to me about the history of the bucket thing, because it's become,
It's a thing.
it's
a
a
thing.
it's
It's a
it's
thing.
a
It's
Black
actual
Friday
It's
tradition.
a thing to go, yeah.
Yeah, it's, I don't know that we ever could have imagined how buckets would have launched. We didn't do a 2015 bucket, we did a 2016 was our first
Yep.
one.
Yeah.
And we were just hoping that we could sell, 1,400 was the goal that year. And it was a struggle to sell them, honestly. What was going on? What is this bucket thing? No one's ever heard of it.
Yeah.
And then Black Friday of 16, we started the Black Friday sale. So let's put them on a different price. Let's market it. Let's make it a thing. And same thing with the kids' trails. The line was around the building. We just were not even prepared. We ended up having to issue vouchers that year.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Lines were just crazy the whole time. So we rethought it, and now it's a drive-through situation.
Right.
So you don't have to get out of your car. People know we're going to come. It's going to take somewhere between 5 and 45 minutes, depending on when you get into line. We know we're going to be visited by Wright County Sheriff telling us that we're backing up 241.
The sheriff's office might be involved.
They're usually greeted by me saying, come on in and help sell buckets, because
Yeah.
that's the only way we're going to get this line down. But I think it's so fun. And then we saw the same thing during COVID when we shut down and we opened up the drive-through. And 4 different times we opened up the drive-through, and once again, lines all the way down 241, and
It was
people's
so
just
much
excitement to come in and help. And at the same time, excitement to get out of their house.
I think
So-
that's what helped you
Yeah.
stay alive, honestly,
For
is
sure.
being innovative.
Yeah.
As a business owner, you go through hard times. You're like, okay, what do I need to do? How am I going to make this work? And you did it.
Yeah, we did. It was one thing after the other, just led to
I
so much fun.
Yeah.
I recall that so well, because the first phone call I got was, "Why is St. Michael's Cinema taking down a sign?" And I'm like,
yeah.
I have no idea. I need to check into
I'm
this.
sure people were all nervous, like, where are they
Yeah,
shutting down?
what's
That
happening?
was for sure our best Facebook post response we've ever gotten. And it was, whatever, we've done 5 years serving you indoor, and now the sign's coming down, and you had to go down to see the,
Yep.
so that we're doing drive-in movies. And
Yep,
so people were scared. I mean, if they didn't open the whole post and they just saw
Oh, yeah.
the sign was coming down, it was,
My
what do we got to
phone
do
rang.
to save you? And,
Right.
Yep. What sort of fundraiser are we?
yeah, what are we doing? And so it was, open the post and see that we just have been sitting there trying to figure out what are we going to do, but we're going to do something. And
Yeah,
we put some paint up on the
who
building and
knew?
put a projector out there, and
just white paint. That's
just
all.
white
it takes.
paint. Yep, it's I can't remember the exact color from Sherwin-Williams, but yep, slap around up there and away we go.
And I've seen everything from, big speakers for the audio to fire pits to inflatable chairs. People bring everything and they
Yep.
make it in a night.
Oh, it's
I
a
am hearing
fun
that
thing.
someone's bringing a hot tub to the next ladies' night.
Oh,
In
fun.
the pickup truck. So, I said keep it, PG, at least PG-13 is
Right,
rating.
right,
And we're game. We're
Right.
game. Be
Yeah.
respectful. Be mindful. Don't be, don't bring your fire pit and dump it out in the parking lot when
Right,
you're done.
right.
But yeah, bring it all. We're here for fun.
They didn't do that, did they? They didn't.
There was one, and we chatted right before they were
Guys,
about to
come
dump,
on.
and I think it's just people have really lost common sense. I shouldn't
Right.
say people. That's
Oh,
really
really?
general of me, but getting people, reminding people common
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Let's just.
Yeah.
But we'll find a way to get this dumped, but let's be mindful.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. Be a good neighbor, and
Yeah.
the cinema's going to be a big neighbor. So, what do we got coming up? I know the celebration is going on. We are literally on the precipice of August,
Yes.
which means Black Friday is 3.5 months away.
Yes.
Sorry, folks who hate winter. But
We're just trying to get our kids off of school. Just one thing at a time.
It's 37 days from that. My kids are all graduated, so I'm good.
Yeah.
But so we're buckets are being ordered. They're in the middle of design right now.
Nice.
So we always have to have everything in by mid-August.
Sure.
So they are well underway. We are exploring annual other options, shall we say.
Okay.
We've been hounded for a long time on offering a refillable cup. And that's really a hard thing to do. To
That
be
was
so
not by
honest.
me because that never even crossed my mind.
Oh, I'm sure I don't even know how often I get requested for that. We do the bucket, so where's the cup that goes with it?
How do you price that?
See, yeah, and that's just it. So we're not going to be able to do free refills, bring back cup, but we're currently exploring. We've partnered with a couple other theaters to see what they're doing. They're working to copy our bucket design, and so we're looking to copy their cup designs. And so it's a good partnership. They're not competitors. They're a different state, and so what they offer is a reusable cup that then I think they charge $3 or $4 for every time you come back. Yeah, so
Nice.
that's doable. That's something I think people would still like. It'll be interesting to say, respond to all this when you're hearing what might be coming. If that's something people want, I'd love to.
Yeah, throw it in the comments.
All you can do is try it, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. So what scares me always are the people that take advantage and.
Sure.
So on the whole bucket thing, some of the things that have come up is we've had to put rules around it because you get the people who I shared the story of why we ended up putting limits on refills was the lady that came up and it was 30 straight minutes of back and forth, coming in, filling her bucket, going to her car, filling a garbage bag, and coming back in. And so trying to explain to people no, that's not the intent of the bucket. The intent of the bucket is not
to come and watch a movie and have your popcorn. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And even then, if you're bringing a group of 14, one bucket probably ain't it.
Right. Yeah.
So as much as we want to reach out and help families, we also want to throw that out as well. We're still business. So the kid dollar movies. Don't bring your backpacks full of free snacks. We want to offer the dollar movie, and we hope that you support us as well. So, just
Fair enough.
Throw that little nugget out there.
Yeah. Bring your blankets. We're cool with those.
Absolutely.
We realize the AC gets cold, but the Birkin bag purses that are the size of this table in front of us can stay home.
Right.
The movie theater experience is often, I don't want to say limited, and I don't want to get too deep in the weeds on this. It's often defined by the quality of the movie. We had a little bit there and we've had a little bit recently where there's kind of some ups and downs, and we hear about the movies that kind of keep rescuing Hollywood, Top Gun being one of them, and I know Top Gun was an awesome experience in your theater. I saw it there. It looks like we're on another upward trend. There's like a slew of sequels that are coming that look super fun. What do you see out of Hollywood, and how have you guys been able to balance the, this kind of isn't going to bring our kind of crowd, but this kind of stuff does.
Yeah.
How are you guys able to make that work?
That's a great question.
Thank you.
I think the reality is that movies are not going to keep everything in business.
Right.
So how do we make it balance? Well, we do things like trivia. We do things like poker. We do things like Summerfield. Like Lay Music Room. As far as the blockbusters, there really aren't any awesome tentpoles. Last year was Mario that shocked everybody. Was it 2 years ago? I can't even keep
2
years
years
in place.
ago,
It was Mario
Minecraft
and Barbie
was probably
and
the
Minecraft.
Barbie.
Minecraft was a whole other phenomenon. That movie actually probably would have tanked had it not been for whatever happened on TikTok.
Social media.
Right.
So it was a TikTok thing that took off that made that movie, should we say, successful?
Yeah.
It brought in a lot of ticket sales. It brought in a lot of trouble. So trying to manage the kids.
Isn't there a recent movie that was bringing a little trouble to theaters too?
There
was a scene that they were getting a little excited over, and
there probably was. I should put more pain attention to that. But yeah,
That's
so
what.
I
That's
have
where
other-
you lean on the kids who work for you, and you just kind of be like, "All right, guys, what's trending?" 'Cause-
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely. The kids are the one that told us,
Yeah.
hey, this is a thing, because we got hit on that first Thursday, and just
gonna blow
what's
up, yeah.
happening? Why are they coming to this?
But I think you're really great too about bringing back the oldies goodies too that we all
Yeah.
love. You know, the
Yeah.
nostalgic.
The classic
films.
ones
Yeah.
are always fun, and if we could get a more variety, like Disney and Fox, we can't get those. They won't let you
Yeah.
bring them back. Yeah, so
They gotta have 'em on
Universal
their
and
streaming
Paramount,
services.
Sony,
Yeah.
they're easier to work with,
Yeah.
and so yeah, bringing classics back, I think, is another way to stay ahead of it. Doing something with the tentpoles that do come out, I think, is something else that we need to do to stay ahead of balancing
Yeah.
Hollywood and what else is going on. That I think that's really important. And then where do we need to go from here? What other entertainment options should we be exploring? I just came back from visiting an entertainment center in Texas that we've been working with. And they've got the huge arcade and the restaurant, the Better Restaurant, the bowling alley, the rock wall, the VR arenas, the
So you make it an
golf
entertainment
simulators.
kind of complex sort of. Yeah.
So movie theaters, a lot of them are now going to FECs, or family entertainment centers, and so
Yep.
kind of exploring what those options are, and
What it
what
looks
would
like.
St. Michael
Yeah.
want is kind of where we're at.
Sweet. I know the other thing that you guys have done is if a girls basketball team makes it on TV.
Oh,
in the
so much
state
fun.
tournament,
Yeah.
Vikings games, big Gopher games, you guys hop on those right away.
Yeah, we definitely try to do what we can.
Even the World Cup, and working with the soccer community was pretty cool.
It's I love showing the sporting events, and it a lot of times is we have to be mindful of licensing. So
Sure.
all of these places, NFL, MLB, all of that, they're not fans of it, and so we've proven over and over that the communities want it and like it, and
Yeah.
they'll show up for it, and it does
Yeah.
nothing but support these big
Right.
organizations. It's not. We're certainly not taking away ticket sales or
Right.
none
Right.
of that,
Yeah.
even for home games. So Vikings specifically, we've had so much fun with those, and I think people just have come to expect it. They're going to be playing, and we're going to have a good time with it. And,
Yeah. You got
so,
the big screen upstairs too, on in the bar, and you
Yep,
can-
the bars are all on,
have
and
the
depending
food.
on where they're at, we may go into, say, the Eiffel screen if it's
Yeah.
a huge game, and showing the local sports. That's been fun.
Yeah.
We showed the robotics team in
Nice.
their. I can't remember what they were doing. Something
like their
in
world
Indianapolis.
competition
Something
down
like
in
that. Yeah,
Houston,
yeah. So we need help with promoting some of these things and trying to figure out where people are going to find. Like, what should I be doing this weekend?
Right.
Because the cinema is way more than just movies. So,
Right.
come to our page for more than what
Yeah.
Showtime is. What else are we doing? We've got bar specials, we've got showcasing of the high school kids, or whatever sporting thing is going on. This summer we did bring the drive-in back, so
Yeah.
I love the
we
drive-in.
launched that for COVID, but we closed it. Everyone was
I know,
like,
I was so
love the
sad. I'm
drive-in,"
like,
but nobody comes, right? So everyone wants it here,
Yeah.
but it doesn't really work out for a lot of people, and it's not a real drive-in. I mean, it is a real drive-in.
Yeah.
It's a real drive-in,
Right.
but it's in a parking lot.
Right.
And when we built it, the roundabout wasn't there. And the lights
yeah, that was
over the
another
241
challenge.
were
I
not
see
there.
The
Yeah.
traffic, yeah.
Yeah, and so, when we built it, there was nothing. People, because it was COVID. But even just the traffic, the way the roundabout comes, the headlights come in, and so we, chatted with MnDOT a little bit about, can we put shades up? Not shades so much, but is there fencing?
Yeah.
Is there this? And the reality is no. So
Just nothing. Yeah.
it is going to be a classic drive-in. This is going to be the last year for it. We do plan on closing it down on that side. Will it
Okay.
resurrect over in Summerfield? And as we turn that into a different thing, more to come on that. We're waiting. to see.
Oh,
maybe
okay.
maybe a beach blanket drive-in type.
A walk-in
thing.
type of a situation.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
chairs, and that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
movie in the park kind of thing.
Always
Correct.
innovative.
Yeah.
Innovative. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, I think what's awesome is you have a future to plan for.
Yes.
Like, you guys are here, you've established it. It's not a fleet farm.
Right.
Right.
It's not a church. It's a movie theater. And we've always appreciated that your team has worked together to persevere through numerous obstacles. I had even forgotten about the road construction between 94 when you guys first opened,
Yep.
and then the roundabout, which came a couple years later.
Came the day that we reopened from COVID is when they broke ground for that.
Oh, lovely.
Come on.
Salt and wound, yeah.
So, well, thank you so much.
Thank you for
We
having me.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
we
Keep us
appreciate you.
posted, and we'll have you back for sure with, non-anniversary. Well, what we didn't even talk about. What else are we doing for the anniversary?
Well, the
What can we
anniversary
expect?
is actually really kind of wrapping up. We
It's wrapping
wrapping up
Yeah.
with the parade. So all the staff will be walking in the parade, and we'll be.
This will be Days and Nights.
Days and Nights
Okay.
parade.
Great.
Yeah, so that is the final conclusion of it, and the various things that we'll be tossing out. So don't expect your regular old candy.
Nice.
We have got popcorn will be coming out for sure in the cups, but check your cup because there's going to be all kinds of surprises,
fun.
not dissimilar to what Black Friday has.
Sweet. Awesome. So,
We do have, there's one grand prize winner was already announced. They won free movies for a year. So look for something similar to that and things in the parade.
nice. All right. So that's the big parade for St. Michael Days and Nights, which
Yeah,
is
it's the ninth next Saturday.
2 weeks.
that's in Saturday.
Oh,
1 week.
1 week.
1 week.
1 week from Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wish for school to start, it's coming really
Oh,
close.
there's no wish for school to start. No, no.
August is the worst. August is the worst. Kids get bored, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thanks,
All right,
Shelly.
thanks so much.
Appreciate
Lovely
it so
seeing
much.
you.
We'll let go.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right.
Awesome.
Take care.
Yep. All right. Hey, North Wright County Today is brought to you by our friends over at Stellus Health. Stellus Health dive into the world of wellness with their podcast, Beyond the Checkup. From the latest medical innovations to everyday health tips, you'll enjoy insightful conversations that go beyond the routine checkup. The team of healthcare providers at Stellus Health unpack a wide range of topics, including midwifery care, mental health, arthritis, foot care, and so much more. Tune in and transform the way you think about your health at Stellus Health. There we go. StellusHealth.com/podcast. Your go-to podcast for fresh, expert perspectives. See, here you just kind of get everyday, mundane perspectives. They've got experts on health and medicine. Clinics in Monticello, Buffalo with same-day appointments and urgent care to Stellus Health, neighbors caring for neighbors. And North Wright County Today is brought to you by Solutions Counseling. Services in St. Michael, located right there off 241, and they are there to help you with everything for your mental health, because we believe mental health should be just like physical health. Get those check-up and check-ins. Did you know Solutions Counseling has served 1 in 3 members of the St. Michael Albertville community? That's like 10,000 men, women, and kids getting help with solutions for their mental health needs. 24 professionals to choose from, online with over the telehealth kind of, the Zoom call type thing. They do that. You want to go in person? They do that. Hypnotherapy, play therapists for the kids, family counseling, marital counseling, everything. They got it right there. Virtual appointments, check out everything at getcounseling.org. Craig Renz and his sidekick Caleb, they are located in St. Michael and now in the Annandale Maple Lake community. And of course, North Wright County Today, the podcast would not be possible without the Selfie Company.
Selfie company.
What's shaking?
Nothing much. We've been busy. We've been booking a lot of birthday parties, so that's been great.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been good.
Getting down to some of these town celebrations, things like that.
Yeah, doing a lot of, We'll be at Days and Nights with our new innovative photo boxes, so that'll be super fun.
Yeah,
they
the
were a
photo
huge
boxes.
hit. They're a huge hit. People love them.
They were
Customizable.
really big in Maple Grove.
They were really big in Maple Grove. We even after we left, we even got phone calls to be like, "Are you coming back?" So yeah, people loved them.
Nice.
They're fun. Yeah.
And if you want to be, a podcaster, fly-by-night podcaster like me, this studio rocks, and it's located right here in the Selfie Company in historic downtown Albertville. And it's cool, man. They've got all the equipment.
Yeah, and I really try to create it so you just come in, press go, and you're all set.
Yeah. It really is. I mean, if I can do it when Sam's in a way, anybody can do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Selfie Company, check them out on Facebook or online. Where?
We're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're everywhere.
Yeah. Check them out. Seniors, it's not too late. Look, man, it rains every day.
Yeah.
You want to do one of those outdoor shoots, sure. But you get rained out, come over here, book some time with Sam. You got backgrounds, all that stuff. Great helpers here too.
Super unique way to have your senior photos done.
Right on.
And inexpensive. I think especially when you're budgeting things out and you're looking at your senior year, it can add up really quick. So try to be affordable. Yeah.
I tell you what, Selfie Company, check them out. Also, we're going to run through most of our sponsors right now. Deerwood Bank. Nick is not able to join us today. Why? Because, they're just giving back to the community.
He's eating ice cream.
Yeah. He's over there having What's the Scoop with our friends from What's the Scoop in St. Michael. Deerwood Bank, I can tell you it's been a good week at the bank. I got to get over to the bank. I got to make some changes so I can do my online stuff. North Wright County today, guys, is taking off. We have just kind of enjoyed a little rebirth. We talked about it with Shelly, how things are kind of what's old is new again, and NWCT is getting some juice. We're going to be making some changes to the website and some things like that. So look for that. But it's all getting help from our friends over at Deerwood Bank. So that's why we are happy to partner with them, and they have been an OG sponsor of the site, so you can check out their ad over there. We are on the cusp of August.
Oh,
isn't that
August.
crazy?
It's tomorrow. Yeah.
Literally tomorrow.
My
we are
hubby's
recording
birthday.
this.
Yeah.
We are recording this on July 31st. I say it like that because I've not been very dependable about when I post the pod. So trying to get better at that. But last week was Wright County Fair for me.
Yeah.
And happy to report it was a great 5 days. It was hot as you know what.
Yeah.
It was
I saw some pictures of
Florida
flooding
hot.
too.
It was Alabama hot. Yeah, and to kick off the old festivities, we just had a flood. We just decided Wednesday afternoon that it was gonna rain about 2.5 inches in an hour, and we had ditches full of water. We had the lower level where a lot of the moms and dads set up their camper trailers.
Underwater.
Were just flooded. I mean, we had like people put you used to put the AstroTurf out in front of your. Now it's like these nice outdoor rugs. Well, they were floating, So kids were swimming. They were loving it. It was. I mean, right after it rained, it was already 90 degrees. So they're out there
humid,
swimming.
Yeah.
It did. It just felt like Florida.
It's been a really interesting summer.
Yeah, interesting is a good word. We were like, 6-7 inches behind in precip, and now in some places we're 4 or 5 inches over.
Yeah.
The corn's as tall as a step ladder, 8-foot step ladder. So detasseling should be fun. Do they even do that anymore? I
didn't know that was a thing, but yeah, they do. Hand detassel. Had no idea they had to do that.
Yeah, that's not happening this year. Like I don't know how they're going to do that.
I don't know.
Do you drive with a tractor and have guys just hanging off? I don't know. Because you're not. Sorry, you're not tall enough. My son's 6'3". He's
and it's crazy because even a couple weeks ago we were driving down to Nationals of Florida, and I'm like, the corn is really short this year. Are we going to get any corn? And then now it's we're good. We're fine. There's plenty of corn.
A couple 90-degree weekends took care of that. So yeah, that's your farm report from North Wright County today. I tell you what, we've got St. Michael Days and Nights coming up. That'll be the big one. And that always kind of feels like, I'll say it on the website. I always say it's summer swan.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like all right, guys, party it up because, next
Yeah.
week football practice starts
Right.
kind of thing. And lots of great events. We talked a little bit about it with Shelly. The parade is always huge.
I love a good parade.
Do you?
I do.
I know there's.
So for now that I'm
people-
getting older, I'm not really going to sit out at the 90-degree parades anymore. But like, do I need to sit out there?
Yeah, I was.
But they're still fun. And fireworks. I love myself some fireworks.
Okay. St. Michael Days and Nights 2025. We're pulling up the info right here. I should have had it in front of me. I had show prep. We got the schedule right here. Look, there's some kick, bands. One of my favorites is Friday night. Chris Hockey and the Fabulous Armadillos. Chris is one of my favorite radio media personalities in the Twin Cities, but is a huge fan of St. Michael, lives out, this way. And Shelly's no stranger to him. Chris has played the music room.
Yeah.
In fact, I think he was Chris Hockey Band was probably,
One of the first.
if not the first,
Yeah.
like right there, especially when they reopened from COVID, he was like, yep, I'm in.
I'm in.
Let's go.
Yeah. The
It's-
music room, if you haven't
yeah.
been, it's so much fun.
Yeah, so much fun. But this will be outdoors, 9 to midnight, right in town center in St. Michael. So Chris Hockey and the Fabulous Armadillos, they're awesome. $10. I mean, come on. And then Saturday is Mason Dixon Line, which
Fun.
they've been at Days and Nights and Friendly City Days a few times. Great show. Old country classics, new stuff. They do it all. So those are your two big headliners. Bring your lawn chairs, set them up. They've got the stage. So just leave, room up front for Sam to go dance.
Yeah.
So
No one wants to see that.
we've got, the parade, which is Saturday. But before you get there, FYCC bingo, which is huge. That'll be at the Lions Pavilion. That's 5:00 Friday night. Shane Martin is going to kick off the music. He's local favorite. He's going to warm up the main stage before Chris. He's going to be there 6 to 8. You've got food. You got the inflatables, of course.
The
And that's
Business
Friday.
Expo and market.
Yep, Friday
Yeah.
night. And then, Saturday, you've got garage sales around town. You've got, I forgot about the St. Michael Royalty Program, which,
Oh, yeah.
kind of gets a little bit overlooked because it's a little bit newer. But,
Yeah.
So
Our old nanny runs that.
who's that?
Well, Kennedy and
So, we're going to keep this one short this week. We are also brought to you by Peggy Schoen. And Peggy is a rock star when it comes to taxes, CPAPSS.com. They are, already getting your real estate stuff, taxes, business taxes, stuff like that going for 2026 for fiscal year 2025. Because, guys, we are nearing the last quarter, and that is
it's
weird.
insane.
So.
This year's gone by fast. I feel like it's just
Yeah, I mean,
time. Yeah.
I was just crying about graduation the other day. So, I gotta let myself live that down. Like I gotta just forgive myself for doing that. Let that go. But anyway, here we are. Yeah, kids are
Getting ready to
doing
leave
their
us.
college orientation.
My kiddo's uniforms. So he's going to the police academy in Alexandria Tech.
Ah.
So they wear uniforms, right? So his uniforms with the badge on and his name. And I'm like, no, I'm not
Really?
ready. Not ready yet. It's
So
pretty
they get
cool,
the whole
though.
gear.
They get the whole gear. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got to feel like Alexandria is probably one of the best protected cities in Minnesota.
I would think so. I mean, they have 160 new police officers coming into the academy this year. So
Like somebody does something in Alexandria.
Yeah.
Bye.
They use these kids to go try it out. Yeah.
Unbelievable. But yeah, cool. Well, good luck to him and
yeah.
thank him for his service. That's awesome. Yeah, my stepdaughter I'm living there now.
Yeah.
And so she's got her list on the kitchen counter, and it's like everything I need for college. And it's,
It's insane.
winter coat. She got her dorm assignment this week, and she is understandably upset. U of M is a very large campus.
It's a very large campus.
And her classes are on the Twin Cities campus, which is on the west bank of the Mississippi River.
Yeah.
Her dorm is
East
on
Bank.
the St. Paul side. So, I'm like, well, we'll pump up the bike tires
Yeah.
and we'll bring it down there because you might need it.
Yeah.
Like walking that far each day might get a little old.
Yeah.
And the electric scooter thing, electric bike thing. I
Yeah.
mean, that's another conversation for another day. We could talk another hour about that. I'm not sure about that. Like, I don't know how you feel about them. They're awesome. I've ridden both.
Yeah.
Yet when you have about 200 of them in the same place, I just feel like somebody's just gonna.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah. My kiddo, he wants a motorcycle, and our neighbors, sadly, they're moving. Her husband was diagnosed with dementia, and it's just easier for them. There's snowbirds down in the villages. So
Okay.
they're just going to move there full time. And yesterday, she needed help starting one of the big bike. They have a big trailer bike, and then they have two little ones. And she's like, and Chase is like, well, is your grandson still taking it? She's like, no. So he looks at me, and I'm like, I'm not going to be the one to tell you no. Go ask your dad. And of course, what does Mike say? Well, how much? I'm like, oh, here we go. So I can't even argue the scooter thing because now my kid wants a bike to take to school. So we'll see.
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. You guys on the e-bikes, just, pay attention.
Right?
Like, especially on the trails. Like, you're not supposed to be on the trails, for one. Nothing motorized, and electric motor counts. But if you're on the trails, I get it. It's a little safer for you other than, versus, County
Yeah.
Road 37 or something.
Right.
But, yeah, be careful because, you got
Watch for the
walkers,
pedestrians.
dogs, especially. Like, I'm always worried a dog's going to
Shoot out.
shoot
to
off,
them.
and then
Yeah.
you got the leash, and there goes the bike over the
Yeah.
leash. Anyway, that's my PSA for the week. Look, guys, we are heading into August. Things are going to get exciting. We've got high school sports. I noticed the other night they had their first informational meeting for those of y'all doing fall sports. We are excited for you. Be safe. Practice hard in the heat, but be safe. Drink that water. Drink those fluids. First football game is August 28th.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So we are. We are 4 weeks away from football. We are actually, for football fans, we really want to get into it. We have the Hall of Fame game tonight as we tape this.
Cool.
Chargers and can't remember who else. I know the LA Chargers play. We are at the point now where there's football every week from now until the Super Bowl.
So I actually went down to Vikings Boulevard. So Mikey had a conference down there, and he was at the Omni, the Omni right by the Viking Stadium. That was kind of cool.
Nice.
I've never driven down there before.
Okay.
So that was cool to
And?
see. That's cool. Yeah.
For a
Like the training camp. Yeah.
non-sports fan such as yourself.
I mean, it's still cool to see that stuff. You
All
know?
right.
Yeah.
It is such, we were talking about that, or I was listening to a podcast and talking to some friends about it. Like, what would your city be like, your community be like, without professional football?
Right.
What if the Vikings hadn't come here in 1960? Would the Twins be bigger? Would the Wolves be bigger?
The Wild left for a while.
Right.
While we lost our stars, the North Stars.
Yep.
And we didn't have, so.
And it was, ironically, it was a very successful time for Gopher hockey.
Right.
Right. I don't know. It was an interesting conversation. I think it's one of those. We'll leave you with a thinker to talk about, and maybe we'll talk about it with Nick next week when he's back. We can talk about our future schedule next week. Next Thursday we are back. It'll be just us. We'll talk a little bit about back to school, stuff like that. 14th, ladies and gentlemen, we got her.
The infamous. She's real. She
Sandy
exists.
Renner is going to join us, and not a moment too soon because she
I
is
know.
out of here in late September. Sandy is Miss FYCC, Miss everything, man.
Oh,
she's been
Miss
involved in
Albertville. I mean, honestly,
Rotary, Lions, you name it. She's done it.
heavily involved.
You've heard Sandy's voice somewhere when you've been there. So,
If you don't know Sandy, you don't live here.
well, you're going to get to know her.
Yeah.
We're going to talk to her on the 14th, and I am super excited. Yeah, and like I said, not a moment too soon. And she gave me the good news last week. She is cancer-free.
That's amazing.
And so she gets to retire and go be with family down south and not have to worry about any of
Good.
that stuff.
Good for
she's
her.
got follow-up visits and stuff like that. We'll let her talk more about it, but I did want to share that. And, before we get her on, just wish her the best
Yeah.
in retirement. We're going to miss you lots.
The city's
were
going to miss you.
doing-
Yeah.
They were doing interviews last week, and I actually had to go to Albertville City Hall to basically tell them I don't live there anymore. I live there.
Yeah.
And there were people lining up, and I just wanted to stop and say, okay, which 3 of you
Right.
are going to be hired to do that job?
That job,
because
yeah.
that's what it's going to require.
It really is. Yeah.
But yeah, so looking forward to her on the 14th. So yeah, hey, get down to the St. Michael's Cinema, celebrate with them. We didn't get into the history, but we're really lucky. We are really lucky to have them.
It took a lot for them. I don't think people realize when the movie theater shut down, it got broken into, and all the wiring system, their HVAC system, all of that was destroyed.
Yeah.
So it took not only just opening that up, buying the theater, but they had to redo all the wiring. It took a feat for them to accomplish what they've accomplished.
It was touch and go, I know, for the first month. It was one of those things you get in there and you're wondering, what did we take on?
Yeah.
And they powered through. And Jurassic World was, the start of it. And since then, we've had, you name a blockbuster movie, whether it's the animated Spider-Man or the Toy Story franchise. I think they've had a couple of those there. You've got Cars, you've got all the Pixar stuff, all the Marvel stuff, everything that's happened in the last 10 years. If you think about it, they've been there for it.
They have.
And then to have everything go dark for about 6 months there, and to come back from that, it's truly a story of, on one hand, perseverance by the staff and the ownership and the people there and their innovation, and 2, the support of a community that is just hell no, we aren't losing our theater again.
Right.
And
Look at Maple Grove. They lost their theater to a flooring store.
Right. Yeah.
And then where do you go? You're either going east or west.
You look at larger communities than ours. You look at Elk River. You look at Maple Grove.
Yeah.
No theater, and I really think that sucks. I think growing up and being a young adult and stuff like that, movies were such a big part of my life. I wish that for everyone, because movies are magical, man. And I love being able to go downstairs, turn it on, and have, Happy Gilmore 2 at my fingertips.
It's not quite the same, though. It's not the same experience.
It's never going to be the same.
No.
It's never going to be, hearing a joke and hearing everybody in the theater laugh along with you to that joke is just the best. And, Iron Man snapping his fingers and everybody losing their mind, in the theater because nobody expected it to end that way is the best. Those are community experiences, and because we have a theater, the St. Michael community, Albertville community is able to do that together.
Right. Some of my most not magical moments, but just moments. I remember when Schindler's List came out, and we all, watched it. Hard movie to watch, but then you could hear a pin drop in the theater, like when people
Yeah.
walked out. You
Yeah.
know, like those are the moments you remember.
Saving Private Ryan, you
Yeah.
know, those first 20 minutes in the theater, just the noise and the loud and the,
Yeah.
you know, people landing on the beach and everybody walking out of there like, okay, I got to find a veteran because I need
Right.
to hug him. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Like, right?
how did you do that?
Right?
So-
And we don't get that same feeling when you're
Right.
watching it at home.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So thank you so much to Shelly for joining us. Thank you for joining me today. Everybody have a great week, and we will see you soon.